Hi everybody, welcome back to Recovery Road. I'm Meghan Fawcett, Vice President of Clinical Treatment with Meridian HealthCare.
And I'm Julie Lenyk, Director of Recovery Support Services with Meridian HealthCare.
We appreciate you coming back to watch some videos of ours. The last couple times we've talked about assessment, how to get into treatment, and then the different programs that are offered at Meridian and at other community agencies. And we've encouraged folks to send in questions to just get some information about what we do, what goes on in the field of treatment and in the world of recovery. And we had some inquiries provided and some very open and honest questions asked of us that we could address here with you today. So we'll take some time and answer some of these questions, and hopefully if you find yourself asking more questions at the end of the video, we'll be sure to let you know how to reach out to us.
So one of the questions that we get, or that we got from one of the viewers is, if I'm hesitant to go into treatment and I'm not really sure that this is what I need, what is some advice that you could give me?
I think most of us realize that we're not the first person that somebody reaches out to when they're interested in treatment. We're probably at the last folks, that somebody wants to talk to when you're not sure what to do and, is what's going on in my life really this problematic? So when somebody's asked me this question before, one of the things I tell them is find someone. Find someone in your life, whether it be someone that you're close to, you work with, if it's somebody that you see in a park that maybe you can just sit down to and talk to about what's going on in your life. What do you want? What are you doing to get what you want? And how are the things that are going on in your day-to-day life helping you get to where you want to be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now? And if that person can give you some support, some direction, they might not change your life, but sometimes hearing your words outside of your head and just talking to somebody about what you want and what you hope for in life will help provide some clarity. And if it brings you to our front door or another treatment provider's front door, that's the best that we can ask for. Because again, we offer consultations. You don't have to come and come to our door and expect treatment right away. You can come and just ask for support, for advice on what to do about what's going on in your life with no obligation. Because we recognize not everybody can take that risk. Not everybody has that supportive person in their life. So, pick up the phone and call us if you don't have that person, and we'll provide some support to you.
Yeah, I think you made a really good point in that, you're not going to be forced to get treatment. No. And you have to come to terms with the fact that this is something that you want when you're ready.
Right.
And so you have to, take advantage of those supports that you have and be open to the process. But if you could decide to come in and get treatment somewhere or talk to someone about treatment, it's not going to be something that you're forced to do.
No, it's never, even if somebody's court ordered to come and see us, you have a choice. It might not be the best options for you, the most desirable, but again, choice is a part of what we do every single day. And if you're somebody that's interested in treatment or you're concerned, just talk to somebody. It's the best thing you can do.
Absolutely.
One of the other questions that folks ask us once they're in services or they're inquiring about getting involved in programming is, how long does it take to get better? And that's a tricky question.
Yeah, that can be difficult to answer.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked before about how, really treatment and recovery is an individualized process, and what might look right for me might look different for someone else. And so we can't say for sure exactly how long it's going to take you to feel better or how long this process will be.
Right.
But we can give you some general guidelines, I think, in what it typically looks like.
Sure.
Oftentimes the first few days to the first week are the toughest for someone. Oftentimes you're not feeling well mentally or physically when you're going through, making this major life change of stopping your substance use and entering into the treatment and recovery process. So, that's a time when we really want to encourage you not to give up, because that can be the hardest time. Right. But often, after you get through that first week, things really start to feel, look up and you really start to feel better. Right. It can be a period of, I always see like a major change after 30 days. Right. Usually around that time frame is when you start to feel better and you start to see the light in someone's eyes come back and starting to work on some of those issues that were led to the substance use. Right. And those issues start to alleviate somewhat.
And when you come into services, one of the things we're going to ask you is what's your goal? You know, we don't put the standard on the person.
Yeah.
It's what do you need to know or need to see in your world to feel like you are getting better. And then we'll set some steps to help you get moving towards that. It may be obviously participating in a treatment program, but then there's other things, you know, such as I'd like to have my kids back. I want to get back into school. I'd love to be able to have relationships with people again. You know, those are things that will come with time, and that's something that we can help people work on. So the success is determined by the goals that we set together and the willingness to kind of work collaboratively together along the way in the process. But to set a day and time on it, we won't do that to you,
Right.
because you know you're your individual person and we want to help you get there. So just a couple questions that come our way that are always challenging to answer, but you know are certainly things that you know we put back to you, and we hope that we can work collaboratively and set some treatment programs that work best for the individual. So
Thank you so much. We want to encourage you to continue to send in questions. We're happy to answer them here. Gives us some great topics to talk about. Check out our website at meridianhealthcare.net and make sure that you follow us on YouTube. And
yeah, if you have questions, be sure to direct them to Julie and Meghan at Recovery Road, and you can submit them on our contact page at the website.